Hi, I'm Mark X. Farina. I am an artist living and working in Venice, California, and I'm here to talk about these three paintings that will be shown at the Los Angeles International Airport. Why would somebody paint these? Well, that's a good question. These three paintings represent something to do with out of thin air. And I guess I spent enough time at Otis College, which is right beside LAX, looking at the airport. And one of the things I always thought about, other than planes flying in and out, would be sort of creatures. I guess the one creature that comes to mind is either a shark or a large whale. It reminds me of an airplane, has the same sort of wingspan. So I designed a shark, and all of my work is pretty pop art influenced. So I was influenced by comic books of the 60s and 70s, and trying to make art that's very bright and colorful and will catch your eye, because I know when you're walking through the airport you don't have a lot of time to stop and look at anything. So hopefully I've succeeded in making something that psychologically might just grab your attention when you're walking through the airport.
Well, tell me a little bit about the one in the middle.
This painting here in the middle could be probably the closest thing to my self-portrait out of these three. It does have a character that's sort of floating in the water, bobbing in and out of the water, watching what's going on. I've put two creatures sort of flying up there that would represent more flying things, airplanes. And I would like to think that this guy is just sort of waiting and watching for something to happen. And the reason why there's water in all these is the proximity of the ocean to LAX, which is something I always think about when I'm flying in and out of there.
What's your experience of working and living in LA as an artist?
My experience of working and living here in LA is a little different because I'm from Pennsylvania. And when I first moved to Los Angeles, I didn't have any aspirations of becoming an artist. Doing art was just something I always did. I was always drawing and painting anyways. And then I got a job at an art school and sort of started to take notice more of what artists were doing and showing. Then I really could appreciate the LA art scene. I really started to study the history of the painters and the artists from the 50s and 60s that were making up the West Coast scene. I'm honored to be an artist that has a studio in Venice, because I think there's a strong sort of background in history here, and I'd like to continue that. And LA is kind of a free-for-all. I think it's easy to be an artist here, and I think it's easy to do what you want to do, and you don't really have a lot of pressure to conform to the art scene. You can still be very daring and imaginative and take some risks here in LA.
What do you do at Otis?
At Otis College, I work in the video department and mentor a radio class. I've always been interested in music other than art, and when I first moved to LA, I got involved with a local radio station at Loyola Marymount, which is right beside Otis and right beside the airport. And I've always done video work as well. So it was easy to go to Otis and sort of get involved with the video program there, and still keep an eye on all the fine artists there. For the past couple of years, I've always donated some artwork to the Venice Family Clinic. It's the largest free health clinic in the United States. And then last year, I proposed for them to have a skateboard, sort of a surf and skate show, where we could get artists to do something to an old skateboard deck, repurpose it, and then auction it off for the clinic. So, and I've been making and painting skateboards for a number of years, so it was easy for me to sort of try to get other people to do it. And we were very successful last year in having over 120 artists do decks for the clinic, and we're trying to hopefully do another one this year.